Hey guys, Comic Boom here to review Batman issue 45, and first of a 3-issue series called The Gift, starring Booster Gold. Now there's a lot of talk, a lot of hype leading up to this because there's a lot of Booster Gold fans out there. And I gotta tell you, if you're fans of Booster Gold, which, you know, surprisingly I'm not a fan, but I'm not a big fan, but I actually have all the Booster Gold comic books. I've read them all. And I gotta tell you, I think Booster Gold fans are probably going to, I don't know, I would almost think they should be a little bit divided on this issue because here's the thing. Booster Gold messes with time, he screws up royally, and Tom King nails his voice, does a good job nailing the character of Booster Gold, nailing the rapport between Skeets and Booster Gold, as they try to fix their massive screw-up in the Batman timeline, which I'll get to in a moment. And I gotta tell you, it's an entertaining read, kind of. It's not bad, but there's some flaws with it, which you know, I'll just basically get to it right now. First, let me say there's not a lot of substance to this, and there's going to be spoilers here, so don't continue to watch this video. It's not going to take long to read because the spoilers are going to start right now. Alright, so here we go. Booster Gold has the genius plan of giving a gift to Batman and Selina. They're getting married, so Booster Gold figures that as a present to Batman, he's going to go back in time and prevent his parents from getting murdered, so that Bruce will have the gift of knowing what his life would have been like if his parents hadn't been murdered. Or he'll be able to show him that or something. A completely asinine plan that, frankly, Booster Gold would never do that. And this is where I think other fans of Booster Gold might disagree with me, but I'm going to hold firm to this. There is no way Booster Gold, I read his entire last series, and there's no way that Booster Gold would be that stupid. Booster Gold's entire last series was premised upon him fixing screw-ups in the timeline. And he never intentionally went out and tried to screw up timelines. He basically, it's something that he kind of took somewhat seriously. And in particular, even to the extent that maybe he'd be inclined to mess with time, he would always do so for a noble purpose. Whether it would be to maybe save someone's life. As a matter of fact, he even went so far as to save Batman's life at one time. But to actually go back and screw with save someone to screw with someone's origin like he did here, Booster Gold would not do that, and he especially would not do that with Batman, because if there's one member of the Justice League that Booster Gold knows to be afraid of, it's Batman, because Batman doesn't take his crap. And so it's a little bit shocking that Booster Gold would be that stupid, but if you can get aside that and sort of forgive that continuity glitch, I think, in terms of the knowing something about Booster Gold's past, it's pretty good. I also want to say here that, remember the last time that somebody had the bright idea of going back in time and preventing a death involving someone's particular origin? That led to Flashpoint. When Barry Allen went back in time, Booster Gold's aware of Flashpoint. The Flashpoint paradox, which everyone knows. Barry Allen goes back in time, saves his mom's life, and it leads to the Flashpoint paradox, which led to the merging of different universes, led to the New 52, led to Convergence, etc., etc. It was a mess. So don't mess with time. Booster Gold knows that. But having said that, when he does mess with time, and boy oh boy, we get some very hilarious vignettes in here. We get kind of very dark vignettes, but Hal Jordan kills himself in this dark timeline. Apparently, if you save Bruce Wayne's parents, it's a really dark universe. Everything gets really, really screwed up. So all of a sudden, Hal Jordan in this universe is psychotic and kills himself with his own ring. And the Joker and Ra's al Ghul have some infighting going on. And the Duke is a vegetable and sipping food off his spoon. And Dick Grayson is a Batman who kills people, even heroes and villains, if they come to Gotham City. Otherwise, he wants to prevent them from being Jokerized. And it's a really screwed up timeline. And Bruce Wayne is kind of an indifferent but happy billionaire who quite enjoys the fact that his parents are still alive, and he's having a big It's a wedding. Well, actually, it's it's his parents' anniversary night. Tom King apologized on Twitter, by the way, because he did screw up. Tom King acknowledged an error, which he took full responsibility for. Apparently, the big party that Booster Gold crashes in trying to find Bruce Wayne basically is referenced as both a wedding night and Bruce Wayne's parents' anniversary. It's actually Bruce Wayne's parents' anniversary, but in any event, it's a screw up on the part of the writer Tom King, which he apologized for. Now, so this entire series is going to be 3 issues of Booster Gold basically trying to undo what he shouldn't have done in the first place, and that is save Bruce Wayne's parents. And so he's going to have to recruit himself to go back in time and recruit earlier versions of himself to prevent his now self from doing what he shouldn't have done in the first place. So in that respect, it's a crazy time travel tale, which is typical Booster Gold. And so in that respect, it's fun. You can't really overthink this, otherwise it'll drive you crazy a little bit. A couple of criticisms here. As crazy, as zany and as foolish as Booster Gold can be at times, I don't think he's quite as stupid. And I've read all his comic books. He's usually not quite as stupid as he appears here. And plus, he sits there and he watches Hal Jordan blow his head off, or shoot himself in the head with his ring, and he doesn't even try to stop Hal Jordan. It doesn't even faze him that all these horrible things are happening around him. Almost as if Booster Gold is saying to himself, well, I'm going to go back and change it anyway, so who cares who dies in this timeline? I'm just going to erase it because I'm going to get Batman and I'm going to fix it anyway. So I think Tom King is hoping that we're all focused on the craziness of what's going on, and we can laugh at Booster Gold and Skeets cracking jokes against each other, that we can sort of ignore it all. And I can do that, and I did. But you see, I made the mistake when I first read this. I made the very big mistake. Don't make the mistake I did, or maybe some of you did. I made the mistake of reading this and actually taking it seriously, because I'm looking forward to the wedding of Bruce Wayne and Selina Kyle, Batman and Catwoman, and I'm looking forward to that. And this is called The Gift, and I'm thinking it stars Booster Gold. I actually thought Tom King was going to take the subject matter just a little bit more seriously and not go as crazy over the top as he did. It's okay. It's good. And I just wasn't in that kind of mindset, so I have to adjust. It's okay. It's not bad. He's nailed the dialogue. He's nailed the voice of Booster Gold and Skeets very well, which is always hit and miss with Tom King. As I said before, I didn't think he got Wonder Woman's voice very well, but he's definitely seemed to have nailed Booster Gold, Skeets, and well, as far as the rest of the timeline, everyone's crazy and psychotic or doing something wacky. But in any event, this is a decent issue. There's another 2 more. I wish it wouldn't take 3 issues to resolve this, but it's going to be a ride. The important thing, I think, is not to take it too seriously. Don't overthink it, because Tom King is not overthinking this at all. As a matter of fact, by his own admission, he wasn't thinking even when he wrote it all that much, because he screwed up. He called it a wedding night, and then he called it an anniversary. So he wasn't really on the ball on this to begin with. And I say that with respect, to acknowledge the mistake. But still, shame on the editors for not catching that mistake, and for Tom King, don't make the mistake again. You get paid the big bucks not to make those mistakes. In any event, guys, I do recommend you get this, because it is a break. This is like the comedic break. This is the comedy break. It's like watching a serious movie where a lot of stuff's happening, you're looking forward to the wedding, and then we're having a comedic intermission. This is the comedic intermission. Not to take it too seriously. You can literally skip this whole 3 issues, I think, and not miss a beat, because it's pretty wacky and crazy, but it's well worth the read. And if you're fans of Booster Gold, I'm pretty certain it's a must-buy. So, guys, pick up Batman 45, and until next time, Comic Boom, out.